Welcome to The Buzz. I'm Wally Conway. Joining us on The Buzz today from Environmental Services Incorporated is Tony Pooley. Tony, welcome to The Buzz.
Thanks for having me.
I'm glad to have you here. It's important work that you do, ensuring that the land around us is well respected, well cared to. Help me understand, if I'm taking on a development, what is that blend between archaeological fineness and ecological fineness?
Well, anytime you have a piece of property that you're looking to develop, you're going to need to do that ecological due diligence as well as the archaeological due diligence. So you want to make sure you know what's on your piece of property, how many wetlands, maybe endangered, threatened species that you might have, as well as any other sort of historic properties or historic nature, cultural resources. Perhaps there was an old settlement there, or maybe a Native American settlement. So those are things that you want to be able to do up front before you take on a large development.
Not have that surprise when the bulldozer goes in and stop work, rather
Right.
discover, so that can
Exactly.
be worked around and accounted for. What about people doing docks? How does that fit into the mix of assuring we've got the right permitting and the right permissions?
Sure. So as soon as you have a piece of property that you're looking to do any sort of waterfront development, you're going to have that due diligence as well. We'll be able to walk you through that process step by step. We'll be able to ensure that you have at least all the right parameters set for ecologically. For instance, if you have to do any sort of environmental study for the salt marsh, perhaps there's submerged aquatic vegetation. Maybe there's submerged some sort of cultural resource as well that you need to make sure of. Maybe this is a fisheries habitat of some kind. All of those things you need to know up front. Those are some of the things that will help navigate you through the permitting process. You'll be able to get permits through both the state and federal government. We work as that liaison between you and those agencies to be able to get those permits for you safely.
Well, you know, being a lay person in this environment, either as a homeowner or a developer, it seems really complex that multiple regulatory agencies overlay on the same piece of dirt. So I could inadvertently be compliant with one regulatory group and find out during my development that I've missed 2 or 3 steps. How do you work with developers to prevent that?
Well, it's the part that separates ESI from the rest anybody in town is that it's our extensive experience with stuff like this. We've been in town for 33 years. We have the competency in order to be able to walk you through these processes step by step. So we've come through a lot of situations that we've seen that might make you vulnerable to some of these delays in order getting your project up and off and running. So that's what we do best.
So for the homeowner looking to develop on their dream piece of dirt, or for the developer looking to capitalize and get it to its right next best use, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Well, you can reach us on our website at www.esinc.cc or reach out to us by phone at 904-470-2200.
I'd like to thank Tony for being with us today. For The Buzz, I'm Wally Conway.